Welcome.
Good morning. Welcome to today's edition of our podcast. I'd like to, first of all, begin by recognizing our strategic partner, Southwest Airlines and Promoco. This morning, we're going to be talking about the information that businesses need to access the funding for the relief package. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and we will encourage people to log on to the Tri-Chamber County website. That website gives you most of the information that you may need, and you may also call in today to get some of your questions answered. And of course, with me today is the President and CEO of Tri-County Black Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Leondria Thompson.
Good morning.
She's here with us today, and she'll be very, very happy to do what she does best, which is give information to the public about business opportunities that exist that they may not know about. So, Ms. Thompson.
Yes, sir.
What would you like us to know today about the information that is going out there as it relates to this PPP program that people might not get right, that people might be missing out on some opportunities?
Okay, the Paycheck Protection Program was designed to give employers immediate relief to be able to take care of their employees that they want to be able to bring back to work. And so I've heard a lot about the big major companies are getting all the money. And that is because they do have a relationship, number one, with a banker. So, and when I say a relationship with the banker, just think about it. They may owe the bank a couple of $1 million. The bank want to make sure that these companies are in position to keep paying their notes. So they're going to look out for those who are, when I say look out, I don't mean that the banks are doing any discrimination or anything like that. It's just that they know who to pick up the phone and call and say, hey, we're participating in this program. This is what you need. Your major companies are pretty much ready, prepared. They have departments that can put all the documentation together that is needed, and they're on the phone one-on-one with a banker discussing what all they need. What's happening is the small business, the reason all the money was gone before they could get in it, because they did not understand where they fit in the program and how they were going to benefit from the disaster money, the Paycheck Protection Program. And so they kind of had questions but didn't know who to ask their questions of. This is why we exist as a Chamber of Commerce. We're a business league. We provide information, resources, and tools. And especially our member firms are being given information. We are a SBA Alliance partner, and we have a webinar with SBA once a week to where we discuss the things, ask questions, and want to know what's going on and how best to relay that information back to our members. So what happened with small businesses, that we can clarify some things right now today, is that they are independent contractors. If you're a small business, and small does not mean tiny, it just means you fit the criteria that SBA set up to determine who they're going to be able to, what market or what businesses they can actually serve. So when you talk about $30 million and 500 employees, that's not itty bitty. It's considered small business. All right, so when we talk about the smaller businesses, we're talking about the one-man operation or a company that contracts and get paid through the contractors. And this is a 1099 recipient, right? They get a 1099 from the different contracts that they do. Then now each person in that company gets a 1099. If you are a contractor and you sub out you're going to get a 1099 for the work that you do, right?
That's correct.
And you're going to give a 1099 to those subs that worked for you.
Absolutely.
So everybody got 1099s. So everybody that has a 1099 can apply for the Paycheck Protection Program.
Well, that's very interesting, Ms. Thompson, because I've heard there's a lot of misconception out there in people believing that those people who are 1099 do not qualify for this PPP.
Oh, they do qualify. We send out once a week the SBA schedule of webinars that they do. And you have to be looking, you have to be searching for the information. But we send it out to our members once a week, letting them know here's the schedule. SBA will be doing a webinar to answer questions and to give out information. And that's all you have to do is click on one of those schedules Monday through Friday, and they will send you the join meeting, and you can join that meeting and you can ask questions. And what I would like is for all the chamber members to say, I'm a member of Tri-County. Give me the information that I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. And they will answer that question.
Okay, good. Well, obviously, Ms. Thompson, there's a lot of privileges to be a member of the chamber. So can you tell the listening public what it takes to become a member of this chamber? That obviously it has a lot of information to give out to people. So what if somebody out there listening now who wants to now be a part of this chamber that has all this information, you know what I mean, that can benefit their business? So Ms. Thompson, tell the public, how do they join the chamber?
Well, they can join the chamber, I want to say almost 3 ways, but definitely 2 ways. The first way is if they know someone who has talked to them about joining the chamber, that person is already a member, then they can get with that person, and that person can make arrangements for them to be able to ask questions and understand where their business fits. Because a lot of times people are getting information, not just with this COVID-19 situation, but I was told the other day that a young lady was told, oh, the state don't buy what the state's not going to buy what you sell. And the young lady, well, then I don't really need to be HUB certified, do I? Yes, you do, because the state does buy what you sell. And the way you know it is we went online to the state's commodity, where the things that they buy, and guess what was on there? Her product. We have members now who make shampoo and hair products. They didn't think the state would be buying anything like that. But guess what? Texas Department of Criminal Justice sent out a bid to one of our members saying, we want to buy some shampoo.
Wow.
Okay? So you can't assume, why did you go into business in the first place? You went in business to make money. You went in business with either a product that you believe in or a service that you know you can provide. So the thing is, if you know someone who's a member of the chamber, talk to them and let them make the connections for you. Or you can go online, go through our website. I think our website is pretty comprehensive. It's a lot of reading. There's a lot of things there. We do have members on our website who has received contracts, and they're letting you know, this is what I received from the membership. My membership investment, I got more back than the investment, and that's what we call an investment anyway.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we lose money on investments because they're speculative. But I would tell you, this is not speculative. Number one, we know business. We know how the system works. And the system does work, but you gotta know what to do to be in that system for it to work for you.
You gotta know how the system works.
You gotta know how the system works. And then once you know how it works, then you know how to put yourself, right, thank you for that word, into it. So this is how, or they can make a call, ask their questions, make an appointment. We do have on our website, and you know what our website is.
Yes, ma'am.
Is Tri-County Regional Black Chamber.org. Tri-County Regional Black Chamber.org. And we have a short version. And that short version is tcbcc.org. And the short version was a website, the domain that we created back in 2005 when this chamber chartered. So we're 15 years old. And so it's a short version, tcbcc.org, or you can go to Tri-County Regional Black Chamber.org, and there is a messenger where you can send us messages, or you can go to contact us and actually ask a question about what it is, about your business. And then you can also, Oliver, sign up online.
Well, there you have it, people. You've got all the information that you need now to become a member of this chamber that will definitely give you all the information that you need to grow your business. Now, Ms. Thompson, got another question for you. Let's say somebody is a small business, and of course, because of the COVID issue, they've experienced a lot of loss of revenue, and they are worried. Well, if I accepted this PPP money, how is that? How am I going to be able to pay it back? What is the criteria? Is this going to be a trap, a financial trap for me? What do you say to such people who they have the need for this money, but because of their present financial situation, because of the COVID issue, they are like, am I going to be able to pay this money back? What do you tell those type of people?
Well, the PPP program is a forgiveness loan program, okay? But you have to show that you use the money for your payroll costs, expenses, and what it costs you to be able to be in business for the time from February to let's say, I think it's July, okay, that you need the money to recoup and recover because you laid people off. And if you laid someone off that worked for you, then of course you got laid off for someone that you were doing a contract with.
Right.
Or someone, if you were delivering, let's say you were working to bring certain things to a restaurant, and when they basically changed their point. Let's say you were the janitorial service that was contracted by a restaurant. Well, that restaurant now doesn't have any need for you to come in and clean the tables and vacuum the floors and those things because they don't have people coming in to the restaurant. So you have lost money. That contract is basically no longer valid because of it's something beyond the restaurant's control, right? And it's always in that contract. If it's beyond our control, then we are not in breach.
Okay.
So what happens is now you've lost the opportunity to be able to make that money. Same thing with employees. They're working, but their company now has to close its doors because they can't have them all there. So now they have to pay for the cost of not having their employees there and bringing their employees back to work. So, and you had something you wanted to say to that?
What I was going to ask also is, by definition, the program says payroll protection program. Now, can I use that money to pay my rent? Can I use that money to pay for supplies? Can I use that money to pay for other services that my business needs to function?
Well, you can use that money to pay for payroll costs. When you paying payroll, which is if you're on the payroll, because you're the operator, you're the manager. Let's use an LLC, for instance. You're on the payroll. When everything got shut down, you started losing money. You were no longer being able to be paid, right? So payroll costs. If Medicare is coming out of that, Social Security is coming out, anything, health insurance coming out, and if you have a facility that you have because you're in business, you can pay the rent. 75% of that money must be used in that manner. The other 25%, well, they're not, the SBA is not specifying that you have to, what you got to do with the 25%. But the 75%, it is specific.
Okay, good. Now, another question also. Say I get the money today. I get my PPP money today.
Mm-hmm.
But I owed rent for last month.
Okay.
Can I use some of that money to pay my rent for my business for last month?
Yes, because you did not have the money coming in to do that, so you lost that ability. You need to stay in your rent, whatever your rent is. You need to be able to take care of it. This is going back that you were in business before February 15th.
Okay.
So when the corona came along, the COVID-19,
Yeah.
when it came along in March, everything was shut down. So you didn't have the money to keep the business going in terms of your rent, in terms of employment, payroll cost.
Okay, so, okay, cool, good.
But again, the best authority that you can read this information, because right now we're verbalizing, we're saying it.
We're interpreting.
Yeah, you have to read it. It's on the SBA website. You go to sba.gov/corona. Okay?
Good.
Coronavirus. I'm sorry. Corona is a beer, right? I mean coronavirus. So sba.gov/coronavirus. And it will give you all the correct information. And that information is constantly updated. So as things change or banks are not giving out the right information in the beginning based on what they interpret it to be, they are now being given the correct information. You're being given the correct information on the SBA website.
Good. And I think I did hear you say earlier that the SBA is a strategic partner of the Tri-County Black Chamber of Commerce. What does that mean?
That means that when it comes to assisting our members with SBA, with the Small Business Administration, getting information out there, working with our members to help them understand the small business program, SBA has what is called strategic partners. And these partners is where we get the information, we get the correct information, and we're able to disseminate that information directly to our members. So it goes to our members. On this podcast, we may have more than just our members listening. So there's information that we can give out because we are an SBA partner. There's when it comes to being able to interpret and assist business owners with specific things, then that's where we come in as a Chamber of Commerce to help our members understand it and understand the interpretation, understand how it's going to work for them.
Okay.
So we can pick up the phone. We know everything that SBA puts out there for us to be able to disseminate that to our members.
Okay, good. Now, if I was not a member yet, but I'm trying to become a member, and I have a service or product that I would like Tri-County to advertise for me to their members, which is growing every day, how would such a person take advantage of some of the things that Tri-County has, like this podcast? Is it possible for somebody to, use this forum to advertise their services and their business?
This forum is used with our strategic partners. So as if you can remember, we've had SBA on here. We've had the Texas Back in Business on here, which is a part of the governor's office. We've had U of H. We've had Metro. This platform is designed to be able to give our strategic partners the opportunity to reach not only just our members, because our members are not the only one that listen to this podcast. This podcast has a larger reach than our membership, okay? So it gets out there to small businesses and businesses. So what I'm going to say is that a person who is not a member, it's kind of hard for them to use this platform. However, we do have another platform, which is our radio show, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. It is called the Let's Talk Business Radio Show, and we do advertising. We have we advertise a 30-second commercial every day, Monday through Friday, maybe 2 or 3 times a day. So you get the exposure because it's a whole month. We don't provide a 1 week. It's a whole month, and it's very cost effective for anybody that wants their ad going out to the public. The other thing that we have is a showcase. The showcase is a one-time thing, but it's a 10-minute showcase, and we can promote that showcase on our website as well as sending it out to members, letting them know this business will be on our showcase. And it's 10 minutes that they will be talking about their business, what they do, how they do it. They can even be recruiting. They could even say, we need workers and we need people who have these kind of skills. And so we will put that out to our members so that our members can make contact if they're looking for anything that our members may be able to do for them.
Okay.
So the radio show would be a great platform. Again, this platform is strategic partners, because we want to be able to put that information out, because our strategic partners, we have a relationship that we support them and they support us. So they want people to know what it is that they are doing and how people can be involved. Matter of fact, next week we're going to have 3 webinars, and one will be back to the capability statement. We really want people to have a capability statement.
What is a capability statement, Ms. Thompson?
A capability statement is basically a business resume. It says, this is what this business does. This is how long we've been in business. This is what we're capable of achieving. This is our area of expertise. This is what makes us a good opportunity or a good business partner. And we have certifications in these areas, and we have background in this area. So it's a one-pager. Now, some capability statements can be 10, 15 pages. But what we want is that to be condensed into one page, so that when we make connections, like right now, one of our members has won a contract. And the way they won the contract was we reached out, or someone reached out to us. We reached back out to them and gave them the capability statement of this person, saying this is what this person does. We can vouch for, because it's on paper. It's hard to tell somebody, oh yeah, they can do it. Well, what do they do? Well, we don't really know exactly what they do. We just know that that's their line of business. Your capability statement actually speaks for you. It says, this is what we do, and this is not why we do it, but this is the expertise that we have in doing it. So it's a resume,
Okay.
basically, but you can refer to it as a business resume. But it basically speaks for itself. When we say capability statement, this business is stating what they are capable of being able to do and perform.
Okay, good, excellent. So if I was a prospective member of the chamber and I have a business, so if I join the chamber, does the chamber offer a workshop that can show me or teach me how to do this capability statement?
Yes. This is what we do.
Okay.
Not only do we show you, we will assist you in putting together your capability statement. We also assist a member in developing a business plan. And you have to understand, when you go, you got to have a plan to go get money. You have a plan to understand where your market is. So you have basically 5 plans when you're planning a business. And those 5 plans are geared toward what it is that you are wanting to achieve. So now if you're going after money, you got to have a plan for the money. Okay? And so you have to, which means you don't have a 40-page template, because that 40-page template is trying to present everything. Well, I'm not looking for everything. I'm looking for the fact that you need X amount of money. I need to know why you need it, what you plan to do with it, and how you gonna pay me back. That has to be your plan. And if you're talking about your great customer service, well, your customer service may be great, but you might not get pay me back. So have you figured that out? Have you actually put that plan together to see, with this money that I'm borrowing, it will enable me to make more money. And you got to show me how this 100,000 is going to make you 200,000, which gives you room to pay me back.
In other words, make it work on paper.
It's got to work on paper. I got to see it on paper. I don't know you. I'm not going to listen. The banker that you see when you go inside the bank is not the person that's going to make that decision.
Underwriter.
It's called underwriter. The underwriter is the person who is looking at what you presented and making a decision. And there's a lot of components to this whole thing. So if you do not know how to go after the money, then that's something that we want to, because we understand the situation that small businesses get into. Sometimes we start our own business because we may have been laid off, or we may be retiring and we got retirement money coming, so we want to use our money because we hadn't thought about cash flow. We just thought about getting into business. And then now, after about a year or two, we ain't got no more money. But then when we go to try to borrow money, well, wait a minute, what happened? What did you do with the money you had? Okay, so, and we have, of course, we want, let me put it this way, we will encourage every member of the chamber to have certifications in federal, state, and local opportunities. Those certifications are a part of what we call an affirmative action program. You're a taxpayer. Federal government builds roads, bridges, airports. They fund these projects. State of Texas fund projects. Local, your cities fund projects. They putting in water sewage plant, or they building buildings. Those are projects. Those projects have to be funded. How are they funded? Taxpayers. These are called public markets. Exxon don't need your tax dollars. Exxon is utilizing money they borrow and money they making and pay back what they borrow. People, well, I'm not going to say people, let's just say local, state, and federal governments pay money out based on the money they receive from taxpayers. So if you're a taxpayer and you're in a city or you're in a state where there's a federal project, why not, if you're in business, why are you not being able to do business with these entities? You should be, but you need to know how to. And knowing how to is where we come in. We help you with the how-tos. So we have a certification workshop. There are about 4, 5 certifications, depending on veterans, women added to the things that we do. Then once you understand the certification program and you become certified, now you need to know, how do you get to that money? How do you bid? So we have a navigating the bidding process. that help our members to understand how to bid. Because you're going to start getting bids. Once you become certified, things are going to come your way. I have a member now that's, what do I do with this? Well, she hasn't had the opportunity yet to go through the navigating the bidding process. But they sent her a bid. And she probably would have thought, they're not going to utilize me. But I'm going to be hub certified because I'm a member of the chamber, and this is what the chamber is asking me to do. And now she's getting bid notices through email.
Ms. Thompson, you say hub certified. What is hub?
That's historically underutilized business. That is the state of Texas program.
Okay. Now that leads me to another question also, because obviously there's a lot of people who are now unemployed as a result of this COVID problem that we get, this pandemic. Now, I anticipate that things will never be the same again, okay? So I think that things are going to change a lot. And one of those things that I'm thinking is that people are probably going to want to go into business for themselves, okay? And then when they do, they're obviously going to be looking to chambers like this, which all this chamber does is help people with their small businesses. Now, those people who are probably wanting to, hook up with chambers like this, does the chamber have networking events to where they can go? Because I understand there's something called After Five.
Yes.
Does the chamber have things like that prospective members out there who are looking to start their own businesses and really don't know where to go? And I do know that this chamber has a lot of information for new startups, people who are already there who need more information. So how can those types of people locate these events that the chamber has?
Now, are we talking about potential members, or are we talking about members?
We're talking about potential members.
Okay. With our potential members, yes, we will be putting information out to the community and letting them know we're going to be having an event and we're going to be talking about the chamber. Our Business After 5 is a networking event, and right now we're hosting it in Beaumont, and it has worked out very well in Beaumont. So we're going to be presenting that in every county that we have, okay? So that every person in a county won't have to travel to Beaumont or travel to Houston. But the Business After 5 gives you information on the chamber, what the chamber does, and gives you an opportunity to join the chamber.
Question. Okay, we have somebody online. What is your question?
Okay, my name is Javel. I am listening into your conversation. It's really informative. I just wanted to ask the question. Capability statement is different from bankable business plan. I just kind of, can someone kind of give a rate? Who does the capability statement? Who is it designed to appeal? And who does the bankable statement, bankable business plan? I think one of them goes to the bank that has the fund, and one of them goes to maybe a prime contractor that you want to press upon your capability.
Okay.
Help me with that.
I think I understand the question. You want to know what is the difference between a capability statement and a business plan?
Yes.
Okay, all right. A capability statement states it has information about the business, which is abbreviated into one page. Who are the owners? What is the business name? Where is the business located? How do you contact the business? Who is the principal in the businesses that are in the business itself that will be contacted? What kind of certifications does this business have? What is their expertise? Who is their major clients if they already had clients, or clients that they have worked for in the past to kind of back up their capability, their expertise, and what clients are they now looking for, and how they will be able to perform. So that is a capability statement. Your business plan is saying, this is what this business does. This is how we do it. This is what we need to be able to get it done, and what is our growth projection from the day we start till the day that we're at a particular time in the future that we will be expanding to another place. So you're planning out your whole business operation, but at the same time you understand that you have to make adjustments. And that's something that I'd like to discuss about the adjustments once we complete your question, because it came up as to what businesses are doing now. So, but did we answer your question?
Yeah, that was very good. Yeah, because I understand what the capability statement is designed for, and who the business plan is designed for. People seem like they're trying to do the same thing, but they are all geared towards two different entities.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
your capability statement for the chamber, for us, is designed to make the kind of connection to the end user or the person who wants to connect with you, for you to be able to assist or be contracted with them. They now have something on paper. We could say, oh yeah, we have a member that can do that, but what do we use to back up? Yes, we have a member that can do that. We have your capability statement. We, Oliver, as you know, we get requests. Bids are sent to us because they want to utilize the small business or the certified business. They want to utilize them because they have to utilize them. When it goes over $100,000, the state of Texas says you have to bring on a subcontractor who is hub certified. So when people are sending out their requests for us to connect them with a contractor, then how do we know that you're capable of doing the job that they send out and asking us about?
And I think also, just to add to what Ms. Thompson has said, which is absolutely 100% correct, is that a business plan specifically is targeted towards a funding source, where you're telling the source that I'm a viable business, this is why you should, give me money. But capability statement is speaking to somebody who is trying to hire you for a job. So that's speaking to your competence, why that person should give you this job, as opposed to business plan, which is why my business is viable for you to invest in it.
Okay. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for calling in.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, Ms. Thompson, you were speaking about certifications. I just want to get that, a little bit more information on that. Certifications is one of the things that the chamber teaches people how to get. And certification is something that most people who are looking to get business with the city government or the state needs. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, let's go back to when we do a certification workshop.
Okay.
The one thing that we feel that we need to do in that workshop is to help a person understand what the certification means. Okay? Because a lot of times people will not want to be certified because they thinking that they do not have the necessary position, length of time in business. They don't think that because they're new business they can be certified. They thinking sometimes certified means that they already have certain credentials. That is not exactly what that means. What it means is that we have to verify, number one, that you are in business. Number two, what type of business you do. What's your products? What's your services? And what is the relationship or the structure of your business? And the documentations that go along with that. So we assist our members in the certification process, because it is very important to us that the certification program is designed for our members, because we are a Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. So we are part of the diversity program that certification offers, because these are disadvantaged businesses in a way that they have not been used in the past, or they have been discriminated against. And basically, I want to say, in public markets, these small businesses have not really been utilized. Okay, so now, in order for you to be utilized, you guys at least show that you're in business and that you are capable of doing the work. The city has its criteria, state of Texas has a criteria, and the federal government has a criteria. And we're here to help you understand those criterias, present yourself in those particular criterias, and gather the documentation that you need.
Okay, excellent. Now, that process, typically, how long does it take? So somebody out there who's looking to get certified will have an idea. If they begin the process, how long can they expect this thing to last for them before they can get certified?
Okay. That's going to depend on their documentation.
Okay.
What they have to, the application, the application can be filled out in less than 15 minutes. The documentation, number one, is what has to be presented along with the application.
Okay.
So the documentation, they have to understand what it is and why it's there, what it's needed for. Now, once they get all this together, and then they send it off to the state of Texas, the state of Texas says that we have 90 days. Okay, now, or 30 days. They may have. We never get involved in their days, because we understand the process. If they say 90 days, it's because they do not know what they may have to do, or what they may have to have that you omitted in your application, or that was not clear in your application. So they have to now correspond. And when they correspond, it may take a month for them to get back some information. And then if all the information is not there, they may have to give you another month. So they say up to 3 months. If all the information is there that they are going to be relying on to certify you, it could take 15 days. Or it could take a month. So, we want our members to have the fastest process. So this is why we assist them in that process.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well, very good. Let me, again, let the public know that if you need to get some more information about Chamber of Commerce, please go to tcbcc.org. tcbcc.org. There you have access to all kinds of information as it relates to what your business can do to benefit from the programs from the SBA, which is a strategic partner of the Black Chamber of Commerce. The chamber operates in nine
counties.
9 counties, and so you don't have to be in Houston to benefit from the chamber. The chamber is spread out, in 9 counties.
Yeah, we have members also in other cities in the state of Texas that are not in the 9 counties, but because we actually serve the state of Texas. So we have members out of Midland who needed to be DBE certified, did not understand the process, needed assistance, and we assisted them in becoming DBE certified.
Ms. Thompson, what is DBE?
Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. That is a federal certification under what we call TxDOT or US DOT, US Department of Transportation. Okay, so every state has a DOT. So if you Texas, Louisiana, they all are under the jurisdiction of the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Cool.
And so that certification, and there's a lot more to it, because you can't explain it in this podcast. But as a member, we do sit down, we do have workshops to where we explain the certifications and how the member will get the certification.
Okay. We're almost out of time for today's podcast. So, Ms. Thompson, do you have any other information you would like the public to have before we shut down for today?
Well, information. Information is a key in anything that we do in life. If we don't have information, we make decisions based on what we have. Information, the more information that we have, the more able we can make decisions. And we can make good decisions. Okay?
Okay. Well, thank you so much. It's been a very informative session this morning for me, I know, and I'm sure for you also. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you.